Go ahead.
Okay, I'll start over. Apologies about that. Hey, everyone. Apologies for starting a little late. We had some in-person experiences here. We had some technology experiences here. Just understand, I keep saying this, tomorrow's a full moon, so things happen, right? But this is a new start to Marketing Outside the Box for the month of August. Before I introduce myself, I want to share that we will have a guest speaker, and I'll introduce our guest speaker in just a moment. But considering the time, just understand that we will have a very fulfilling, very effective session today, but we're still going to do it within the confines of possibly a 30-minute window as opposed to a 45 to 50-minute window, but you'll still have access to what you need to know. So for those that may not know me, I am Magalia Synth. I am the Executive Director of Hustle Winston-Salem. We are a nonprofit that is focused on inclusive entrepreneurship. We do a program like Marketing Outside the Box. I think last month and possibly even the month before, I shared that after August, our cadence is changing a bit. And I just want to remind everybody of that starting in September, Marketing Outside the Box will only be once a month as opposed to 4 times in the month, 4 to 5 times in the month. And that's primarily because we are changing it to workshop style, which you'll see throughout the month of August as well, where you'll be doing in the sessions instead of coming each week and getting bite-sized chunks of information to completely understand a topic. And I mean, we can always learn, but I think one of the big things to know is, since we've been doing this since 2018, we've covered just about every topic. Like literally, if you approach us about a topic in a counseling session, you will see and you will know that we already have a presentation for you. So now instead of giving you the education, we want to put it into practice. And that's what our sessions will be like. And this month will be just that with our amazing topic of viral videos. We're going to primarily focus on TikTok and Instagram. So we're talking about creating TikToks and we're talking about creating reels. And when I say talking about it, I mean doing it. That's the whole point of why we're doing these sessions. Today, I'll let our presenter talk about what today we'll primarily focus on. But I think that is it for now. Anything I'm missing that's important? Anything I'm missing that's important? Okay. So without further ado, to those in the room, as well as to those on Facebook and potentially those that may join Zoom, I present to you our presenter, Nia. You want to say Nia or Chip?
Both.
Nia Chip.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, everybody that's Zoom and everybody that's in person. I'm just gonna be walking around a lot.
Just make sure you elevate your voice for the thing, okay?
All right, is this a good pitch?
Yes.
Okay, so I just want to go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Nia Jackson, and my nickname is Chip for Chocolate Chip. If you're wondering why I told some of the people here ahead of time, it's because I'm chocolate, so that's where the nickname came from. But I will just want to go ahead and tell everybody that, I'm just about creating like a comfortable environment. So this is real cool. We're gonna be real homey and we're gonna get a lot of quality information. So today's session, we are here it's about viral videos, and today's session in particular will be about research, because that is the first step when it comes to creating these things. So, Ms. Tony, thank you so much. So just to give everybody a brief thing, our overall picture is this session, we're going to be doing research. The next 2 will be content creation. So we're literally making these videos. And then the last one that we're going to do is going to be a nice take home where I'll ask that everybody goes and takes the tools that we learned, creates their own videos, and then we're going to go and pretty much say, okay, hey, this looks good. What if you try this? What if you try this? So that you're already creating those videos that you need for yourself and you already know how to do it. Long story short, that's the whole goal. So now fast forwarding into it, I'm going to be doing a lot of fast forwarding because again, we have a certain, time window, but I'm also going to, not speed past. So who am I? This person that's talking in front of you that you know nothing about. Well, I am 24 years old. I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm very proud of that. You see, I got in the background, it's got the Raleigh pin. I got here, most of my family is from Winston-Salem. So my immediate family moved to Raleigh. I've grown up there. I came here because I already knew in first grade that I was gonna go to Winston-Salem State University. The illustrious Winston-Salem State University. I have to say that if you're listening. Okay, shout out to that. And go Rams. So I got here originally coming to school, just thinking, you know, I'm gonna go down the traditional path and I'm going to be a biology major, chemistry minor. I'm good at this. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to pursue it. I reached about my sophomore year and realized I don't want to actually be an anesthesiologist. You know, it looks good on paper, and you know, when you're in high school, they're like, hey, look at all these jobs of jobless and how much it pays. And I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely about to do that. But then I got there and I said, hey, can I really see myself in the lab all day? Answer is no. So I started thinking, and the thing I went and that spun me off into this path is one day during break, I decided, well, I need to be a millionaire. So I didn't know where to start. So I just Googled how to be a millionaire. And then it told me a couple of things. It said, it came up with like 7 results, but the ones I remember is I needed 7 ways of income. And then it said, number 1 is start a business. So I said, okay, I'm about to start a business. So I started a business. I called up people I knew, people that looked cool, people that, you know, was able to market on campus. And this one guy who was just so smart, I didn't understand him. But I was just like, you know what? And it's so funny because I left the company like 3 weeks into it, and he had told me, he said, you know, if you're the smartest guy in the room, you need to leave the room. You left the room, but I didn't get that until like a year later. So I mean, I guess he left for a reason. So fast forward, that company that I created was a clothing brand that we marketed on campus, and it actually rose to be the #1 clothing brand on campus. Everybody was rocking with us. We're throwing these like crazy events, selling out within hours. To continue to market our company, we started to create videos. So we was like, hey, let's create like these funny comedy sketches, little excerpts we're gonna put on Instagram. And then all of a sudden, it started working. Now we're like in the local music and, you know, rap artists. You know, you made it when the rap artists are rapping about you. They're like, boom, boom, where my Soprano? So, you know, we like, yeah, we made it. Everybody's rocking with us, right? And so we started to realize, oh, shoot, we like creating these videos more than we actually like selling clothes. So that is then what spiraled me off into this video content creation. So for the next year, we were just making videos, making funny videos, and seeing a lot of results, especially on Instagram. If you know Instagram's hard to grow on. And I think the first of one series we did selling bags did about 20,000 views on Instagram. We didn't know nothing. It was just like, wow, these people like
I mean, they were hilarious. Let's be clear, like they was, even if y'all didn't know what you were doing per se, the content was hilarious. I used to watch it like TV shows.
Appreciate it.
That's how you know it's good.
Yeah, like I used to go look for them, and be like, what's this? What they talking about tonight? What's this week episode about?
So we went off into that, and ultimately I started that business when I was 19. We go and we said, I felt like in December, it was December of 2020. If I fast forward the story, 2020 was what COVID, we're on like lockdown, people are like at their house all day. And December was actually a very rough month, and specifically 10 days before Christmas. So at the same time, we were working contracted out by these different companies, and we were actually pitching to a mega company that I'm not going to name. And we ended up losing that big contract, which would have been life-changing to these people that are not in school or working on this business, working part-time jobs. We ended up losing that pitch that we've been working on for the past 2 months. So that was very devastating. And then within that same week, my only grandfather I ever have known passed away. And then I went through a breakup with somebody that I was with for 3 years. So ultimately, and I was like 30 pounds overweight, you know, feeling stuck. And so that is really where I hit that darkest point, and that was really the turning point. So if we fast forward to the summer of 2021, I'm at the point of feeling like I've hit the ceiling of personal growth within that company. And at this point, I just wanted to do things that I knew that would help me grow. So I ended up like losing like 30 pounds. I had like a 6-pack at that time, at that point. I had a 6-pack, like I literally did it all at the house. And I decided like, listen, I need to do something about this. I want to continue growing. So what did I do about it? I decided to branch out from that original company I started when I was 19 and start another company literally like a month later. And just taking the skills of video production and content storytelling and said, hey, I know I'm entertaining. I know I can put together entertaining story content. People like what I put out there. So all I'm gonna do is reduce it in a sample size and put it on TikTok. Which is where if we fast forward a year later, we now have these stats. And when I say a year later, I literally mean like August 7th, that was like 3 days ago, that was our 1 year.
Congrats. Wait, you got these stats in a year?
Yeah.
Oh, well, fantastic.
From zero. It wasn't on TikTok.
I'm not teaching this class, right?
Wasn't on TikTok at all. So everything that helped to achieve this was I have a lovely manager that I came to him and said, listen, I know how to make entertaining things. So can you help me, with navigating to make sure on the business side, there's an iceberg up here. Somebody's at least watching while I might, be down on the poop deck cleaning. And that lovely manager is actually in this room. If he can speak to the Alvin. It's him. And we really just honed in and said, this is what we want to do. We didn't know how we're going to do it, but we knew that we knew how to tell engaging stories. And we look and it's 260,000 followers later, over 7 million likes, mass. Wow, this is a blessing reading this out. 4.7 million monthly video views and TikTok series. If you don't know what they are, they're categories. It's a way to categorize grouped content that's together. But what I did for the series was I created a continuous television show in a smaller form. And so these shows have done very, very well. And if we keep going forward, thank you, Tony. You probably are wondering like, wow, you're putting up all these numbers. Well, you making any money? The answer is yes, I'm making money. I'm making a lot of money. And okay,
Go ahead.
hey, okay. Look, God, you hear that? Keep bringing it. And when did I start making that money? I actually started making it in January, which was only 6 months from August. Right? So that's like, oh shoot, 6 months is a lot of time when you look back. And I know some of my millennials can speak for, a year isn't long, 6 months definitely isn't long. That's a little bit.
Okay.
We love to see.
But yeah, so we began to monetize that audience, and that came in the forms of partnerships with other companies and agencies where you might be showcasing your product, like, hey, everybody, these mugs by Mug Life, go buy that. But, we did that in a creative way, or just awareness for, hey, we want to bring awareness to mugs for the month, and can you do this content for us? Sponsorships where people may say, hey, we want to sponsor you for the whole month and sponsor your content, put your link in the bio. A lot of applications may reach out to you and do this. Coaching. So within that year, I was also helping others grow on their platforms. And of course, what I'm doing now, speaking engagements, tell everybody exactly, how we did it. And I just got on the bottom just for everybody to kind of just hear this. The higher engagement that you have, the higher followers you have is going to equal larger contract opportunities. Right, so those are really big things to pay attention to. And I will say in specific, if your engagement is high and your followers aren't as high, you still have a very, very valuable and lucrative thing there, because engagement is everything. If I were to go, hey, everybody go buy Mug Life, and people actually go and do that and they're commenting, that is what's more important to those other people. So if I fast forward, you're probably going, well, all right, so you've done, this is your backstory, this is your why, you started making money. And this is exactly the first step of what we're doing and what we're continuing to do. It's a continuous process, which is research. And so if everybody, you're on the OWL people, the little, I would like you all to pull out your phones. So this is a workshop. We're gonna work. It's gonna be fun. Can you pull out your phone? Yes.
Can I ask questions before we get into this?
Yeah. You wanna ask questions?
One question, just one question I have. So I saw, can you go to the previous slide, please? I think I saw where you put the help others grow. That's what it was. Help others grow. So for those of us in the room, for those that may watch the Zoom, the Facebook Live later, that might be on Facebook Live now, etc. What if they were interested in having you help grow their business? Is that something you do, or is it specific to like your type of content, or it doesn't matter what content they put out? Can you be for hire for that?
Yes, that's I've been freelancing this past year with doing that. A lot of the content isn't exactly the content that I do, but it could be stuff like I was producing somebody's podcast or I was producing the YouTube channel that they were having out. And so offering those services as well. It's a lot of times specified though, targeting Gen Z. And I even have a more niche focused as in, African-American Gen Z as my content, which I didn't actually tell you what it was. We're gonna get to that. But my content is through the Black perspective and lens, and it's talking about childhood relatable comedy, or things that we can relate to as African Americans, and just telling those stories, having fun, bringing some humor to it, putting the mirror up so we can laugh at ourselves and kind of, laugh at, with Kevin Hart, laugh at my pain. And so doing a lot of that, that's what I'm doing in specific. So that is my niche, but that is not anything that I'm limited to.
Thank you. And I just want to point out the through line for those that were with us last month of how that ties right into storytelling based off of what Nia/Chip just told us. So just keeping in mind the through line throughout the sessions for you, so it makes sense. Thank you.
Yes. Move again. So they got your phones out. You
Yes.
have plenty of time to get them out.
Phones out.
You got phones out. We still got Ethan.
I don't know how to mute
Don't do
TikTok.
that. Don't do that.
I don't know how to mute TikTok.
I'm not a phone
I don't know how to
person, and I
use
don't do
TikTok.
TikTok. But I don't do TikTok or TikTok. whatever it is.
TikTok.
TikTok. Oh my goodness. Not him
We're
saying
catching them up.
TikTok.
We're catching them up.
Tic-tac-toe.
Y'all got your phones out? I can't
Yes.
see if you do.
But I watch it on the.
No, you gotta see on Facebook.
You watch it on, you gotta pull up TikTok. Don't get this.
Oh, I didn't know
Gotta get
that.
TikTok. We're gonna download TikTok.
I can't go to Facebook and watch.
When you
those
said last
reels.
time you couldn't do
We gotta go
it.
TikTok.
It took over the
You gotta get your
and
app.
the presentation.
Yeah.
You got to- Not in spotlight.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, I was.
Yeah, TikTok.
I didn't. So just look for comedy or whatever.
Yeah, we'll go. I'm just waiting for her.
Okay.
Yep.
Wait, so we're opening TikTok?
Yeah, we're gonna get to our TikTok apps, everyone. It's gonna pull your phone out, you're gonna pull up TikTok. If you don't have TikTok, this is gonna be your opportunity to download TikTok right now while we take this moment. We're still waiting on Ethan. He's coming, y'all.
Even though the instructions told y'all to come with TikTok and Instagram already on your phone. I'm not coming for you though.
I got Instagram.
Instagram. Got Instagram, Instagram. So go over that next one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's the way Canva is.
No, go to this.
Oh, wait, there it is.
Oh, no, no, did that.
It's Zoom.
Oh, you wanted to
There's
download
right
it.
here.
Yeah,
or this
yeah,
one?
Oh,
Yeah,
download
click
it.
either the double one or the
We
big
gotta
screen,
create
just so
account.
you can see more than me.
No, you can just.
Download it.
Either one. And then go to that one, or you're on calls, you can't do it. Click that. The spotlight pop up for you.
You may learn something, do this.
Can you click the menu?
You need your face. Here. You go back.
Can you, I think she's trying to see that. That's why. Can you keep it double then? When you share it, when you have the back on that screen. Yeah,
She's trying to see what?
I think she's trying to see the room in there, because she thinks she's just talking to me. I think that's fine.
I'm just gonna.
Are we good with downloads?
Almost.
We don't have to get, you can help get Ethan right, Mendez, if that's okay, so that the rest of us can get the value of it, because Ethan, the instructions were very clear.
No, I didn't read. I
You
just-
registered.
I didn't register. You know, I'm gonna come. If I see her, so I'm coming.
All right, Mindy.
And,
Yeah, go help Ethan and then.
okay, so Mendez is gonna go help our fellow sir Ethan. So the first thing I want y'all to do is we're gonna go and we're gonna locate our search option. All right, I'm gonna pull out my phone. So I'm doing it with you on TikTok. So the search option, you're gonna see it at the top right corner. Top right corner, it's gonna be a little magnifying glass. I don't know if y'all can see this, top right corner, it's a little magnifying
You're
glass.
not showing us your phone, can you?
Your shirt. No,
There you go.
there you go. There you go.
Top right corner, right,
I'll do it on my.
Right
phone
here.
as well.
that's the magnifying glass. Everybody got it clicked on?
Yeah.
All right, so when it is clicked on, you should see something like this. It's like a white page. There's a search bar up there. It might come up with suggested searches. Is everybody there?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so here is where we can search up a topic or keyword It doesn't have to be these examples. These are just random examples I have. I particularly get stuck watching horseshoe cleaning videos. I don't know why, but I just watch it late at night. But
Yeah.
I feel like I can do it now after I watched it. So you'll type in anything that, even if it's related to your business or what your interests are, we'll just type that in there. So I'll give everybody a moment to type something in there.
Anything?
Yes.
Ooh, I like these
Business or
suggestions.
something that you like.
What we doing? So, what?
I mean, first, everybody pause and follow Hustle.
Oh, Hustle got a TikTok?
We just created a TikTok like last month. We're getting there. So
Mm.
you said we can search for anything.
I'm gonna start
Yes.
using TikTok then.
Anything you're interested or an industry that you're interested in, if it's pertaining to your business, anything like that. Yes.
It's just a comment, but I like how TikTok's kind of like Google, and it'll give you like other things you can search just on that one keyword you put in. I like that.
I just searched entrepreneurship.
Okay, cool. And just so everybody knows, I just searched, just typed in freelance, literally with a capital F, freelance.
Okay.
So has everybody?
Wait, is there a reason you made a point to tell us a capital F or that?
No, I just was letting everybody know. They go, was it capital, is it not cap? I don't know. I just typed in freelance.
Okay.
You there? You typed in something? Have you typed in something? Good? Okay. We're gonna keep moving forward. So
Mhm.
this is where it's gonna come into play. So I would like for, once you have searched in this keyword, to scroll through and find something, a video that you like or sticks out, you feel like this might be pertaining to whatever you typed in. And so when we go and you pick this video, before you start watching it, can you flip to the next one for me? I want you all to please pay attention to a couple of these things on here. So pick two things that you like to pay attention to. Video topic, just to go through, is maybe what's the topic of the video? What are they talking about? Do they have on-screen text or visuals? Like, is there text on the screen? Is there a trending sound that's playing? Or some music that's in the background? Or is it just like their original audio is what TikTok says? And if you don't know what original audio is, if I were to pull out a TikTok video and start making it go TikTok video, and it plays back my own voice TikTok video, that's original audio. How long is the video in particular? Is it a 3-minute video? Is it 12 seconds? What's the whole purpose of them doing this? And or how much engagement do they have? That means like how many likes, how many comments. So that's what I would like everybody, just pick two of these things to pay attention to. So go back, watch your video and pick two of these to pay attention to real quick.
And I would say it's okay if everybody has different sounds coming from the room. Don't freak out. It's a workshop. We get it. So you want us to choose any single one from our search list that we.
Yeah.
So, how they record themselves, but they up there doing other stuff.
We'll get there. We'll get there. All you gotta do is pick a video you like, watch that video, and then pick two of these things.
$5 in your business or invested $500 in your business for you.
Yeah.
5 things I wish I knew when I stepped into entrepreneurship.
Okay.
Number 1 is.
So what is my task again? Two things. Choose two of these things.
Actually, we got.
Video topic. You over here dancing.
Is it good? You tell me. What we looking at? What we looking at? What we looking at?
It is,
I'm just.
oh, so I put it, okay, I typed in solo entrepreneur, and then,
While everybody's doing that, I'll
This
just
So,
go
I
around.
love it.
but that popped up.
I
Oh,
love
I
it.
was like, oh, I typed in solo entrepreneur, so I was like, oh, of course, Blackbird.
So is anything sticking out to you? Which two of these?
I was gonna see which one spoke to me.
Okay. Oh, just from the video?
Huh?
Just from up here or from the video?
Yeah, it's from up there.
Wow.
But this one, I think it's the topic and the sound. Posted person. Oh, like why they put it out? Like, intentions?
Like what do you from watching this? What do you think? Yeah,
Who's gonna get back from it?
from like the creator.
In my text.
Like keep that in mind. So like if you were this creator, what would you get back from posting this type of content?
That makes a lot of sense.
Okay, I think I get it.
Like, essentially looking at it as ROI for that. Because you're gonna be in their shoes.
Okay,
To try to imagine like what would make them put this type of content.
Gotcha. Okay, so I think I did chose. I did choose that.
He's got
You good right here?
679.
I think so, yeah.
So you know, you.
Well, I'm trying to decide which one was second.
Okay.
Other
So
than that-
what she's
He's got
Clicking on the videos like that, she searches up, and then
This right here.
going with two of these that stick out
Oh.
from each state, so they're not all the same.
Oh, I'll do that one video.
If you want to.
And then
Oh, no.
I
I did it one video, so I'm trying to figure out what I
So
want.
that's
I think
your.
Okay, what's your first one?
The first one was the on-screen
Now, just because I know you, I feel like you like, I know you got your project done, I think, but I know you were on these lists for some reason.
Yeah, but I need to be on. Yeah.
You good over here?
Which of these topics? you go?
So which two are you?
The first.
And I like that.
Aside from videos, but like of the technology.
Oh, yeah. It's actually kind of distracting. But what the girl is saying.
Write down what they're doing that you think they're doing. Okay.
How y'all doing? I don't wanna neglect y'all over here. Good. You say you got your two things you're taking note of? All right.
Sit over here.
Yeah.
Then we get our.
Okay, I'm just.
I told you, it's that, whatever he bought, it's gonna smell fresh.
It's getting fresh. You said it's getting fresh.
It's a fresh, clean.
It's giving. I like this. Okay.
Yes, all right, everybody, real quick, I'm just gonna review everybody's attention. So I'm just gonna ask around just what everybody took notice, since it's us in here. So what did you take notice? What was your
I
video?
chose comedy and I just chose timing and screen text and visuals. And he pointed out he didn't have any text on here, so his visual was like a lot of energy.
Mhm.
And for me, that's has to do with timing also, so maybe that's why I chose it.
Okay, so she had, like she said, she had picked out the comedy as the search word keyword. And then she actually she selected a creator. I actually know him through the internet, but he's hilarious. His name is Daryl Mays. So he actually is like acting, he's acting out. He doesn't have any pop-up text that pops up. But like she said, she noticed his video was 1 minute long. So he posted a minute-long video. That's something to take note of. And he did not include any on-text screen up there. And so here we have, what was your topic? Okay.
Photography, and I chose music and engagement, so they had 1.9 million likes.
Okay, and then what was the music?
It was Drake, Know Yourself.
Okay, so they chose what sounds like it could be a popular sound or something that goes with that, they paired it with photography. And he actually, on his video, I saw that they actually had like one screen, it wasn't text, but they had like this like scribble thing where they're showing the landscape portions. So that's also something that was cool to take note of. And then I didn't actually, what was your topic?
Mine was photography too.
Okay,
This one was on street photography.
Mhm.
It's what, 26, 25.
this is 26.5.
Yeah, okay.
That's comments. right?
Oh, it's comments. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. It's, oh, well,
You won't see his followers yet.
yeah.
Okay, so he chose street photography. It looks like it's about 26.5 thousand comments up there. His, let's see. Video length is, it's gotta be a short video.
Yeah,
So-
very short. but-
It's looking about like 6 to 10 seconds. And they're just showing off the different street photography that they put up there. So they're just fast visuals and cuts, and then just to showcase the work. Y'all want me to get y'all?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. You know, if you want me to skip it.
So I chose entrepreneurship, and I chose a video. What first made me choose this video is because of the on-screen text. her on-screen text were 5 things I wish I knew when stepping into entrepreneurship. So immediately I knew what the video was about before I even clicked it. And I like the color red, just color red. You had to know, but there were several factors, but the on-screen text was one of them. And once I clicked it, what kept me watching was that it was 1 minute. Like if this was me, video was 2 minutes, 1:15, and then I would have literally been like that. Because my attention span on these things. So those are my 2 things.
I typed in solopreneur and then the TikTok search thing suggested solopreneur black girl, and of course. And I watched actually more than 2 videos because I didn't like some of them. So the first one what I'm going to use is the timing and post objective, although music was also up in here. But the first one used the Family Matter theme song just to show like the day in the life of a solopreneur, and I really like that.
And real quick, why did you like the Family Matter audio?
Because we black.
But that's
Familiar.
So that was on purpose.
It's familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the purpose of why they put that audio behind that.
Absolutely.
So that's why it's important.
Mhm.
And then you were saying others.
You would put like pacing of the video and timing?
Mhm.
Okay. And then
You said pace.
like the pace of the video,
Oh, okay.
like how you're saying like it's a minute long. So I did skip a few of them because of the pacing. And then the one that I saw on here, she also, again, the objective was to educate, and then the timing, like she was giving all her information in a good pace.
I have a question. I know we're running a long time. Tony, you mentioned post objective. I didn't actually know what that was. So
Intent. Like, what did you want to get? Mine was like
what
intention.
what they wanted us to get out of it, or what you were trying to get out of it.
What is, Mendes explained it as, overall, I said intention. Mendes explained it more as, what did that creator want to get out of that post, like return on investment.
How do we
That's it.
know? How do we know their objective? Like
You
in
can,
this case, obviously, she put it on the screen.
well, you can either do that through, they might put it through words, or it might be how they convey it. But there's always an objective that somebody is, the reason why they're posting this video. So when we're looking at it, when we're looking at all these things, we're looking at it from the consumer's standpoint of whoever's going to look at this product, AKA how we just look at it when we first. We're also looking at the structure of it. What was their intention on why did they make this? Why did they choose this? Because when we go to create this, that's what we're going to be speaking from that side of. So it's good to kind of see when we're taking notice of, for instance, she said pacing, the pacing was slow. She scrolled out of it. That's important to know. If she knows that, oh shoot, my pacing is slow, people are not watching it, then that's something that she may need to adjust on that end. So it's good to know on the consumer side of like, oh, it's taking me a while to get through, so you can adjust that timing. And sometimes going the longest long videos at first, and people don't know who you are, they don't know like, this is why I should stay because this is gonna be good. They're not about to stay, right?
So do you think that's because of the way society is going now, or just those people that are like, let's get it, let's go, let's get done, because they're just who they are, and it's just clicking with other people? Which one do you think?
I think that it's a combination of both, because we are moving into a faster paced society, and we are getting used to shorter amount of times we're getting all this information. So I think that has something to do with it.
I don't want to interrupt, go ahead. finish your thought.
But I also understand the fact of that the way that, like, you can't, people, once they know you and they're this established creator of like, oh, I love their videos, they're gonna be a lot of times more willing to stay through something that might be longer because they've already built that trust with you. So that trust isn't originally, established. This is a super long video and it's not keeping me paced in and it's not getting to the point. I'm about to scroll, and all that time is literally like within a millisecond, which is why all of these things that we're talking about, these tools, they will end up being our tools, are really important to take note of, because this is going to play into when we're creating our own. Tony says.
And just like my own opinion from what you just said is, one, it depends on the platform, because TikTok is more short form versus like, I do love YouTube as well, and those that have longer videos. And then 2, it's called like edutainment. Yes. So like, give me something in the first couple milliseconds. Are you educating me? Are you entertaining me? Are you doing something in between? Capture my attention, and that's just between all type of video for me personally. Of like, tell me what I'm saying, you know?
So if we go ahead and keep pushing this pace right now, what the next part that I would like for us to do is
We're
almost.
not gonna have time to do it.
We got
Just
2
give
minutes.
it to us as homework.
Okay, cool. So the next homework is those same videos that everybody had looked at. What I want us to do real quick, so you know what we're talking about, is go to that creator's profile. So to go to that creator's profile, you're just gonna look at the video that you had, and they've got their profile photo up above the likes icon. You're gonna press that, you're gonna go to their profile. You're gonna go back, can you go back one more slide?
Yeah, it's just the internet.
Okay.
Sorry.
We're gonna look at a couple of things. We're gonna look at some of these same structures, but also I want us to look at and go, it's to the take note of slide.
She knows.
Yes.
Her computer's a little.
Gotcha.
Keep talking.
I also want us to take note of how often is this creator that I just watched their video, how often are they posting? Do they respond back to people in the comments? So look at how are they functioning. Do they post twice a week? Do they post every day? Do they post 3 times a day? Because this is going to give you a little insight onto how these people are posting, what's making them successful, why this video didn't do well, why it did well. And these are all important factors to know how to put your videos together.
So, because my brain is taking this back to entrepreneur terms, essentially this is market research for social media, like before I begin content creation. So I'm seeing what's out there, what's going on in the world. Let me see what's going on essentially, so that I know what's happening in my industry. That's what you're saying.
That is correct.
When it comes to TikTok, right, specifically, is.
Ma'am. Okay, can I pause you for a second?
Sure.
Can I take a moment of personal privilege? I just want to point out that I know it's 1:30, and if you have to leave, please do so. We do record the sessions. It is live on Facebook. As soon as we end, you can always catch up. Please take note that what Nia is telling us right now, as far as the profiles, the 2 things that you see on the bottom, that's part of the market research that we want you to do to be prepared for next week. And if you have to step out, because I think you go back to work. I did. The next slide, when you get this presentation, and we'll be sure to send a presentation by Friday. The next slide that's on here, because we didn't get to do the research on Reels, it's walking you through the same steps that we did on TikTok, but doing it on Instagram. Do that on your own between now and next week. Do that on your own between now and next. We're not gonna go backwards and do this next week. We're gonna go into the content creation. Now that you've researched, Mia, give us the rest of the homework, because I don't know all of it, but now that you've researched, you're coming in next week and we are building videos, okay? So that's why the research part is important, that you understand and know what you like. I'm sorry, I just wanted to say that in case people
You're
walk
good.
out.
Can we go forward 2 slides?
Don't forget you were gonna say 2 times.
So real quick, so the research is important. You all understand the basics of research and some of the things we want to point out. And again, these things are going to be important because these are the tools that you're going to use to put together your own videos. So the homework is going to be continuing to research in the same way for the industry that may apply to you. And you can do the same way on Instagram Reels, which is finding the magnifying glass up there. It's the same thing. You can type things in the same way. And we're going to focus on, try to think about the white space in your industry. What that just means is through the content that you see out there, say freelancing is the topic, go out there and see what these people are doing in freelancing. How are they structuring their videos? And what space do you believe like is missing out of that? How can you fill that gap? Or if you see that there's this need that isn't being filled within your research, how can your industry or your company fill that gap? So just a quick thing, what you don't want to have is you don't want to not have a vision, which is why you research, right? You don't want to just steer some way and you don't know where you're steering and now you end up somewhere you don't know where you're at, right? And then you want to also understand where your customers' pain points, what do you feel like is missing in the freelancer
Pain
community?
points, y'all hear it again?
And then knowing or not knowing how your product or service can provide that. So you got to know that this is what it is will provide and here's the problem that we're going to solve. It's still the same basics of business, but using this just for research purposes. So that is the homework. We'll meet up next week and have a little bit more time to start making the videos.
Very good, thank you. Fantastic. Can I say something? Can you, wait, is there a slide after this particular slide?
Yeah, it's my social medias.
Okay, so again, we'll get this to you all, between now and Friday. Tony, can you go to the slide before this? I just want y'all to put your eyes on it if it changes. Same process for Reels. One thing that I want to mention that we didn't get a chance to, as when you're doing the Reels research, and it may be in here, is not TikTok, Instagram search. When you search whatever your topic is, right below your search results, like before they show you anything, that you choose an option. Instagram, I mean, you can just go off the list that they have, but you'll see where it says profile, tags, audio, reels, like you can then filter your search based off of that, okay? So in this particular instance, choose reels. Okay, for the purpose of this workshop, choose reels and then follow the steps from Chip off of that, okay? Just wanted to say that. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
so
Now you can
much.
just make slides and her contact.
All
See you
right.
next week.
I have a sidebar.
Yeah,
Nice to meet you.
and I'll stop the live in a second, so
But
I just want that on.
Okay.
So apologies to our Facebook audience, we were just doing some more in-person work networking here. I thought we were unmuted so that you can catch all of the after education, but we muted for your sake, so you missed all of the knowledge that was dropped in between. But I'm gonna go ahead and end the Zoom, go ahead and end the Facebook Live. Thank you so much for joining us. See you same time, same place next week, and we will be sharing this out to our registrants. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Yeah.